What's going on, you guys? So we have the Joe Budden podcast. All right. So Joe Budden defends Tupac after Blue Williams says Tupac was playing a character. Ooh, this is gonna be interesting. Cause first of all, I want to know who is this guy? Who are you? So Blue Williams. Let's do some research. Let's check this guy out here. Who is this guy? I don't know who this guy is. So Blue Williams. He's a well known music manager, stirred controversy by stating that Tupac wasn't being authentic and was essentially playing a character throughout his career. Hmm, interesting. Okay, you know what? Before I say anything, let's just go and have a look.
Is was a great persona. I think he played an amazing character. I just think that we elevate him a little more.
Part of him
than
prophesizing his own death has created this kind of like martyrdom around Pac. So it's like the aura around him versus the person he
who's
actually
the
was
reality of
at the reality of.
I also have the privilege.
Melissa Ford, what are you talking about? You weren't even there. So how you and let me get to this guy, but I'm gonna let this guy speak. Sorry you guys, I'm gonna have to interject sometimes. It's Tupac. You can't let these clowns go off. Alright, let me just and Melissa, what are you talking about? Like where you saw the Resurrection soundtrack? Like you saw the movie or the Tupac one? Like what are you talking about? Like get out of here with that.
Of having known Pac. I knew Pac when he was with Digital Underground. I watched his growth. I also was on the set of Juice and hanging out with Tretch. And so I got a chance to see some of the changes. So when you watch the changes and then you add the backstory stuff that you know, not what was put out, but you know what really happened in Quad Studio. You know the truth about stuff. It's hard for you to elevate him knowing the things that you know. That's just in my opinion. I don't, and from a rapper style, I think he was a great storyteller, but I just don't think that he.
Yo, hold on, but wait. So he knew him from Digital Underground. He was on the set of Juice. Who are you though? You ain't nobody, bro. When did it become cool for the circus to be in town? This is crazy.
He has maintained that position because of the skills as much as who he was in the persona.
Yeah, in terms of like technical skills, Pac was
No,
not that.
no.
Yo, why are we letting these bozos talk crazy about Tupac in terms of his technical skills? Yo, I hate. Sorry, guys, this is insane. Yo, Tupac was one of the best lyricists. You had Tupac, Biggie, and Nas. They were it. No Jay Z, none of that. It was just those guys. So, if it was true, Parks, uh, Mr. Suburbia, if that's the case, then how did he leverage up with Nas and Biggie? How is it possible if he had no technical skills? You guys are clowns out here, though, for real. Like, this is crazy.
There are some young people listening that are confused when you say what happened in Quad versus what you know happened in Quad.
And how do you know what happened in Quad? Like, get out of here. You weren't even around Quad Studio. Stop trying to be like you were around Pac or Digital Underground. Oh, I was on the set of Juice. Oh, I know what really happened with Quad Studios. Bro, you don't know anything. I like Joe because Joe's like, yo, who is this guy? Now, what's he talking about? Explain to everybody.
What happened in Quad?
That
I'm
was
just
where he
saying-
was shot 5 times.
I'm saying some people claim to be shot 4 or 5 times. Some people actually get shot. There's differences in what actually the story that was told and was blasted over the radio and blaming Biggie and blaming Pac and Puff and all that. And then there's the truth. And I'm saying
What's the truth? How do you know the truth? Who are you? So, what you're trying to say? What he wasn't shot, bro? This is. I don't know what's going on, you guys. I don't know why people are trying to change the narrative of the story, but this is really crazy.
if you're privy to know the truth of what really happened, which has come out over years, who really robbed and all that stuff, you understand that everything that happened post that moment was built on a lie. My problem with it, I can't respect him to the level of elevating him knowing that his lie.
Yo, he's a coward. He could have never said that in his face. Tupac, he got a rap about that. They fear me in physical form. This guy's a punk. Who is this guy? Who gave him a platform? The other people, so you have Flip, you have Melissa, and I think that's Ice. They're scared to death to say anything, or they're probably Biggie lovers and Tupac haters. But at least I like Joe Budden. I know he's gonna say something.
And the lies that he told led to him and
Lies?
Biggie's death. You stole greatness from all of us with the
Whoa, you stole greatness?
lie that you rode with.
Damn.
And you knew it was a lie. Because him nor Big should be dead right now. Now, they may have died from some other shit along the way.
You can't connect the two. Let me stop.
But the way they died, at the time when they died, was
Is
all based
directly
on a lie.
related to that.
And that's why I can never put him
What?
up there.
You are harsh.
No,
that's cool. I'm
not
6'5".
true. How? Okay, Biggie's death is different than Tupac's death. It's totally different. So, yo, this guy's out of his damn mind. Yo, this is crazy, yo.
You. That was a lot. Let me see here. Now I'm not mad at Ice's opinion anymore about 3 Stacks. I can't believe he's saying these things about Tupac. Where do we begin?
Wherever you want to start it off, sir.
So you're knocking him for great marketing.
I'm knocking him for dangerous marketing. But yeah, the marketing is great. I'm not mad.
We're in hip hop.
You're right. A lot of people do.
Only Outkast could wear feather skirts and all this other type. The rest of us have to bust a gun at some point, sell a drug, shoot somebody, and that's the game that he was in. Also, I don't like y'all Nipsey argument because everybody gets a death. The same way they got that thing they say, hey, we all get the same 24 hours. Everybody here is going to get a death. Your death is a part of your story. If that catapults your story, then awesome for you. If they smut your name over how you died, that however we go is part of it. So Nipsey's death and young people wanting to learn about him and the stories that came out and the Bloods and Crips with the flag in the air and how that funeral looked on TV, like there was a lot of extra shit to make people want to go do some research. And the story of Nipsey, which transcended music, which was, oh, he's working with police. He's into the tech. Oh, he's talking this independent crypto shit back in 2011. All of those things helped him to transcend music posthumously. The same thing applies for Tupac, right? Tupac transcended hip hop and rap. The music.
Tupac was a star while he was here, though, too. He was MTV, all that shit. Like, we're not gonna act like Tupac was.
Look,
And also
Tupac shot
movies.
the
But
cops.
while he was
It
here,
the
he
whole thing.
transcended music to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
His persona while he was here, what I'm saying, Pac's persona, who he became, shooting the cops in Atlanta and getting away with it, all that was all like built it up. Like I get it. I'm just sitting there saying, so here's I'll use your example then, that everyone has a death. Is Nipsey's album better than Pop Smoke's was?
Victory Lap better than Pop Smoke's.
Like posthumous.
Because he put out a few albums.
Posthumous, no, the posthumous one, the one that,
Start off.
His first one?
No.
The
one that 50 worked on.
Yeah, the one that 50 right after,
I'd
the
have
IDL
to
dropped
look at
that
the
one.
track list of that one.
To answer your question, yes, Victory Lap is better than that album.
Really? I felt like
I would
Pop's
say.
album was better. What Pop's album to me felt like a better body of work that had he been around to work, I think it would have been a bigger album and would have catapulted him to a bigger place than he was. Nip's post album, I felt, came with a lot of.
Well, first, Nip was here for his album.
Yeah, actually, he was here for his.
He passed after the album.
Yeah, that's true.
So then the difference would be that he had an album out that didn't garner.
Well, no.
Right?
The album, it was his first studio album. Now, I've been a Nip fan since probably 09, so I'm early into the Nip wave. I actually hosted Nipsey's first performance in New York at I think it was Bowery Ballroom at the time. But Nip has been gearing up for this particular album for about 7 years. Okay. Like all his fans, yo, dog, where's Victory Lap at? When's it coming? Like even when we had the date, we ain't believe it. Like, yeah, I know you've been telling us Victory Lap is on the way for 7 years, bro. It's this. We never getting this album. So it came out. It was what we wanted it to be. Mm-hmm. He threw some classics on there that he like Blue Laces 2, like that we, the original.
did not match the level that his death brought him to and then rose up to. That's what I'm saying. Having lived through the entire process, having lived through the East Coast, West Coast, or having lived through it, there's probably some resentment to knowing that the greatness that Pac had in him and the greatness that we would never get to see from Big all stems from a lie. And that may be the curve that I look at Pac on. Because
that's what it
that's
sounds
what
like. It sounds like it. Because in listening to the things that you had to say about Dre and what you're saying about Pac, right? Like, I put more stock into Pac for only being able to rhyme 16 words and doing what he did. I put more stock into Pac for not being of that life. All the West Coast dudes tell me, Pac wasn't that. Well, yeah, but then I'm giving more credit for him rapping like that, producing that music, and art imitates life. He didn't have to be like that. If he kept talking that shit, those words eventually willed to real life situations around him where he had to be in it, whether he was of that or not.
Yeah.
So, casino fight, Suge coming to the jail, the stories that you hear about from the studio, if he's in that, I don't care that he was bred from that or not. This is where he's at now.
It's going to hit people different when they were around and people lost their life. So I understand what Blue was saying.
Yeah,
Same thing with Stretch family, rest in peace. Like,
What's this guy saying? Flip, yo, shut up. What are you saying?
they have the same feeling, about Pac. A lot of people have that feeling about Pac when you're close to the situation.
You can't name 10 better catalogs than fucking Pac.
I wasn't trying to. I'm not trying to.
I think it's more personable.
Yeah, I was just saying more personable for me.
Yeah.
Really, what I said that set you off was, I feel he's overrated. That was it.
He watched it play out in front of him. He was
No, he did it.
there. He watched the character. You hear these stories as well. And, he just watched. I hear what
I
you're
didn't
saying.
like that shit, though, that he said.
We see I hear what.
See, this is that hate. This is that sideways hate. That's what Flip is saying right now. We hear the stories. What stories you hearing? What you talking about? Say it. These guys are clowns out here, man.
What you
man.
saying? He turned the marketing scheme into something. It is dangerous marketing, but it catapulted him to a stratosphere.
Hey, say what
No, that's not true. No, you're crazy.
y'all want. Y'all niggas don't want to see him in no verses.
All right, man. Let me give my 2 cents. So, Joe Budden, he didn't hold back defending Tupac's legacy on this podcast. He argued Pac's passion, activism, artistry were deeply rooted in the real-life experiences, making him far more than just a performer playing a role like this Blue William is trying to indicate. But Joe Budden, he highlights Tupac's multi-dimensional personalities. Very cool, because now you could see that Tupac was more than just a poet, a revolutionary, a thug, an artist all in one, who emphasized about real life struggles, and he was one of the best rappers, lyricists. And also Joe, he's stressing that Tupac wasn't just a rapper, but he's a cultural icon whose influences transcended music to reduce him to playing a character that dismisses the depths of his impact on hip hop and social justice. This is absolutely insane. Uh, you could tell there's some bias going on here, and I don't want to put it to a New York thing, but that's what it is, guys. You're gonna see it. Any podcast you go on, if it's Hot 97, okay, Ebro, he's still trying to give Pac his flowers, but throw some dirt. You go on the Math Hoffa show, they throwing dirt on Tupac. Remember with Bigger was talking crazy to Smith and Wesson about Tupac. But I give it up to Math. At least Math has some sense to be like, nah, bro. But he still throws some shots, subliminal shots at Tupac. And it just gotta stop. The hate gotta stop, guys. It's insane. But yeah, this is just a glimpse that you guys could see. All right. So until the next time, let's get it, Tupac.